refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. I'm sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running. Toes they gonna take it.
This is what we got to tell.
I've been sad doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Yo, welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great show for y'all today. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nothing to do. So just sit back in your car, in your house, whatever you are right now, and just listen to what we got to say because we're going to have some entertainment for y'all today. We got to talk about Cat. Y'all saw yesterday. We had some breaking news right in the beginning of the show that we didn't talk about, but we're going to talk about it today because we got the update, all right? Can the Minnesota Timberwolves survive until Cat gets back from the Western Conference Finals? All right. We got to talk about the Nuggets and the Celtics, the two favorites that come out of these respective conferences. The Nuggets swept them last night. Does that mean anything? Does it mean anything, y'all? Because they might meet the finals, right? And we got a big fight coming up Friday. Can't wait to talk about that. You know, it's the first time we're going to talk about a boxing fight in a long time. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, it's tonight at 11. Man, tell me that Friday 11 a.m.
I say March 8th. That's tonight.
Oh, okay. Todd told me it was 11 a.m. tomorrow. I mean, Saturday. Todd, you was in the red corner. What's up? But I got my guys with me.
Probably because it's in another country, so the time zone. But for us, it's
okay. So I got buckled down there today. All right, let's get it. So got my bros though. I got Davey Dallas. I got Mr. Get Done Son himself. How y'all doing, fellas?
I'm doing good, man. You know. The Pistons won a game, so now we're officially the only team in the NBA with 9 wins. Shout out to the Wizards. Yay, number 1 draft pick. But other than that, I'm doing good, man. How y'all feeling?
I'm doing good. Other than Miami losing last night, you know, I'm doing good.
That was a tough loss too. I seen that one.
The Cavs too?
Yeah, it was. But I mean, I honestly, in all honesty, I wasn't expecting like an easy win against the Mavericks. We always seem to have issues with them. But I'm excited about today's show. Joe talked about everything we're going to talk about. You know, we had breaking news yesterday, so we got to talk about it. And Celtics, what's going on in Boston? Was that 2-game losing streak?
Oh, yeah. Second one of the year.
But nah, man, I'm definitely excited about today's show. It's Friday. Like you said, you ain't got no job, you know. You got some things to do. You got some time to listen to what we're talking about today. So while you're waiting to hear what we're going to talk about, get your energy together, shake a little bit, and turn up. Turn me up. Do you think, Jody?
All right, so I won't laugh. It begins. All right, so it's in the chat.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
In the chat.
That's why I'm laughing so hard.
Become a member.
Yeah, become a member, right? It begins from an NFL chat to the NBA chat. All right, surprisingly, Tomo, you and the Pistons haven't really qualified yet, so which is pretty good. You'll see what I'm talking about. You haven't qualified yet. But if you're watching this, like this video. We are streaming this on 3 platforms, X, Facebook, and YouTube. So like this on all 3 platforms. All right, make sure you follow and subscribe on all 3 platforms. Hit the notification button so you can be notified when we put out new content. And listen, we know you're watching with us, right? We know you're watching, you're having a good, good time, but you want to share this so you can have others watch with you because you can be involved in the comment section, all right? You can use the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. But if you're feeling good, hey, it's Friday, payday. You know how that goes, right? People feel a little better on Fridays. The weekend is coming up. We have it's a dollar sign on the bottom right corner, right, of the comment section. You click that, you pick a dollar amount, you put hey, if you've been a member, hey, you have a member milestone, you click that, right? And then you type in a message, hit the send button. We're gonna pause everything we're doing, hit you with the hold up sound. And then we're gonna put your comment up there like we do everybody else, but this time we're actually gonna read it and respond to it and like give it some attention because we appreciate all the donations and the gifts.
Donations, gifts.
There it is.
Gifts.
Consistency. All right. So last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
I just seen what I seen it. Okay, so I guess we doing that now. The good thing about it is, if you on the couch early, you just gotta worry about who bringing the potato salad or not. Like, you gotta watch who bringing that. So last night, Cat. Well, yesterday we found out that Cat got the torn meniscus, and we're gonna figure out if he's gonna be back before the end of the season or probably. I think his season may be done, but he may be back for the playoffs. But hey, Timberwolves are still the number 1 seed. And one guy said, you know what? Cat's gone, but y'all forgot I got drafted? Anthony Edwards, man. Ant Edwards came out and said, look, this Wolf got 9 lives. I know we missed Cat, but this Wolf got 9 lives. So after yesterday, it was like he dropped like 44 points. He got the game-winning 3-pointer, with like a minute and something left. He helped them beat the best offense in the NBA, the Indiana Pacers, 113 to 111. He also had that buzzer beater block. It was like, man, get that out of here. Something about the Adidas sports kicks, man. They make you want to jump through hoops. No Yeezy reference. So look, guys, the question is, that was just one night. There's a lot more games to go. The playoffs are here. Can Minnesota survive until Cat comes back? And again, these Western Conference teams, Joe, I know that conference, man, it's always been a powerhouse for years. How you feel, man?
Can they survive until he comes back? They can. He's projected to come back into the Western Conference Finals. The good thing about Minnesota is they have a secret weapon of Naz Reid. All right, Naz Reid is somebody. First of all, let me talk about Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, we all know what happened, right? He had an ankle injury on and off, right? He subbed into the game late, remember? And people was not calling him. He was saying he was serious and stuff like that, right? Okay. And so it's been a lot of worry about the Timberwolves at this moment. Cat goes down. Oh, can they lead? They've been losing games, playing musical chairs with the OKC Thunder. And he comes out and had that performance, and then the emotion he showed when he hit that 3. Tom will talk about. He was like that. I don't know what he was saying, but he was going crazy. And then he got that block.
This is me. This is what I do.
Man, when he got that block, he started flexing to the crowd. I was like, let's go. Like, that's crazy, though. That was a game-winning block, man. So now, and that block was legit. Like, it was a legit block. So Anthony Edwards' attitude itself is enough for them to survive until he comes back. But the way their team is set up, Timberwolves are known for having like size, right? Like they got Rudy Gobert, they got Cat, and they got Naz Reid. Naz Reid is a wild card. Naz Reid can play that center position. Naz Reid can also put the ball on the floor. Naz Reid is also a great 3-point shooter. I wanted Naz Reid because I knew he would be a free agent, but they re-signed. I was like, dang. So he's going to be the X factor. But this is going to allow Anthony Edwards, right, to get more shots, to be more aggressive and stuff like that. So I think, and they got a good defensive team without Cat. So I think that they can survive. It all depends on matchup, obviously. If they see like the Nuggets before that, no, right? Possibly the Clippers, but they can survive at least to the Western Conference Finals, depending on their matchups. And what it looked like in their matchups,
Yes,
y'all. Oh, and then look.
That was Cat agent calling.
What they look like in their matchups right now, based on the standings, Tomo, they will play the winner. They will play, either the Lakers or they'll play the Mavericks or the Kings. The Lakers, Mavericks, Kings, or the Warriors. All right, that's a favorable matchup. Well, and then in the second round they will have to play either probably Clippers or the Pelicans. So that's gonna be the tough match when you get to the second round. But I think they could. But if I had to put money on it, Tomo, at the center of that, I'm not gonna put my money on it. I would say they're not gonna do it.
Who you said they would play in the first round again? Who's the possible?
It's a play-in team, so it could be anywhere between us, Mavs, Warriors, or Lakers.
I think they can.
But based on the seeding, let's go with Warriors or Lakers.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna jump to the play-in team just yet because they gotta find their chemistry. This was the first game without Cat, and again, looking at stepping up. I was saying Ant Ethers, and Edwards stepping up like that, man, dropping the 44 to be like, look, there's two superstars on this team now, and remember when we was talking about the face of the league and who wants it and who we want to see. And Elvis put his name back in the hat. He was like, hey, man, I know I'm out west, but I can put 44 on a good team. I mean, I may have went to the All-Star game and played around, but when I get serious, this is what I can do. But they compared, 87 Jordan? Was it 87?
84 Jordan.
84 Jordan. Jordan, oh, 84. But, yeah, I think they can survive until he comes back. As far as, like, making the playoffs. Can they survive in the playoffs without Cat? I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
The reason why I need more games just to see how the chemistry between him and Rudy Gobert goes, because Rudy is still a solid center. He can get you the offense, he can get you rebounds, he can get the paint protection that's there. But I want to see how everybody else around shows up. Because again, with Carl, the 22 to 30 points that he could probably get you, the 8 to 10 rebounds a game, you're going to miss that at some point. And I know Gobert was there as well, so think about that's an extra 40, maybe 20 rebounds with them combined, maybe 5 to 10 blocks a game combined being out there, and another presence with somebody shooting a 3 with Cat. Yeah. So it's the chemistry. And their record without Cat, they're like 47 and 73, and their record with Cat is 273-01. Like it's still in a ballpark where they can manage.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also not even thinking about can they survive without Cat. I'm also thinking like, is this the moment where Ant Edwards shows us the player that we all know he can be? So I'm also interested in seeing that. And a little bit of saying, hey, is Gobert, was it the Utah Jazz? Are you the center that everyone thinks you are? Like, show that. So I'm looking at that more so, can they survive until he comes back? It's Western Conference Finals. That's tough. That's tough. We just talked about how Golden State can get in the playoffs and make it to the Western Conference Finals. Yeah. Lakers, if LeBron decides to play or AD decides to show up, there's a lot that can happen.
Yeah. I think they need Cat for sure to get to the Western Conference Finals. And like I said, it could happen to no matchup, but what I'm doing now going forward, when I do these matchups, would I put my money on it? Like, no, I'm not gonna put my money on it. But also your point with the Utah Jazz, the thing with having Cat is with Utah, they were scoring wise, they depend a lot on Donovan Mitchell. So like you look at that in playoff time. But with the Minnesota Timberwolves, you have Cat and Anthony Edwards, and you have guys like Naj Reid, Jaden McDaniels. Like all these guys can score. So and they are a better defensive team. Defensively, the Utah Jazz were relying on Rudy Gobert a lot. They didn't have a lot of wing defenders. Like it fooled you. Like Royce O'Neal, we all thought he's a great defender. I mean, he's okay, but he ain't as good as you thought he was. He had Rudy Gobert behind him, So with the Timberwolves, though, they legit got size on the wing. They got Anthony Edwards. They got Jaden McDaniels. They got the other dude from the bench. I forgot his name. They got Naj Reid. They got they got guys.
TJ Warren?
No, that's TJ Warren.
Kyle Anderson.
They still got Mike Conley too.
Yeah, they got Mike Conley at the point guard position. Solid
Kyle
defender.
Anderson.
No, not Kyle Anderson. Not Kyle Anderson.
You talking about you a forward?
Yeah, I think he's a shooting guard, small forward. Yeah, shooting guard, small forward. Can't think of his name. But basically, when Jaden McDaniels, when McDaniels is not playing, he fills in for McDaniels.
Josh Minott? That's not him. Josh Minott. That's crazy. Josh Minott.
But they have wing defenders basically. Alexander Walker.
There we go. Oh, Niku.
Yeah.
Nikhil.
So yeah,
Nikhil.
so they got.
I don't want to call that boy Nikhil.
So
So you can find out what Rudy Gobert. That's why they are such a good defensive team because they got the wing defenders to go with it. So
Dave, I know you was backstage talking to agent. Like, how you feel? Can they survive without him?
yeah, I think they can. This team is built for that. After what we kind of sort of after the news yesterday and when we thought about it, I think they can. Even though they have the 11th tough schedule in the NBA, this team is built for that. From what I see, because you still have a 2-3-time defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert. Who's definitely not going to allow too much to happen in the paint. Of course, we know he can't check nobody outside of the paint, but they don't require him to do that much in Minnesota. And Ant just seems to be stepping up. That's the biggest key. You now allow him to flourish and to really be more of the guy. Not saying that Cat took away that option, but now he's forced to do so. And he looks like the guy that's going to step up and do that. That's why they said that he was pretty much what they called him, Baby Jordan 84 Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably right, Tom. It probably was 87. That's Ricky Jordan, 84. Go ahead.
Probably
87,
was.
yeah, it might be 87.
Either way, it was a great comparison because he didn't win yet, but he was on his way.
Yeah,
So,
the way he broke it down.
And that's almost exactly how he plays right now. He plays like he's there to force his way to win. Like you said, he hit his head on the back for the block yesterday.
That's crazy.
That's the highest he's ever jumped in his life. So that lets you know he's motivated to do more because he see that his second best guy is down. So he's like, all right, well, my guy down, so it's time for me to step up. And I don't see them faltering to where they drop like a lot. They may go like second or third, maybe, but they're going to be in that top three to me. I don't see them dropping from the top three at all.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there.
Oh yeah, they're not doing that.
Yeah, so I don't see them being able to miss anything. Now, the only thing is when it comes to playoff time, does Cat come back? Is he out for the rest of the year?
Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that may Western Conference Finals. Then I still think they got a chance to get there. I still think they got a chance to get to the Western Conference Finals without Cat. Now the finals, I don't know.
Do you think they will though?
Do I think they'll get to the Western Conference Finals? Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough, man. Because in the playoffs, Anthony Edwards gonna get a lot of attention. So it all depends on.
He is. I feel like what's going on now is going to allow him to be able to be okay with that because he had the experience last year. Because you remember in the playoffs last year, he had the attention, but it wasn't working out for him. They didn't win that series, and now if you look at right now, it's pretty much playoff time. If you look at how everyone's fighting for seeding, they're fighting for the playoffs, they're fighting to see exactly how they're going to play when it gets to that point. So I feel like the way he's playing now, the focus is going to be on him because they know Cat ain't there, so it's going to prepare him for the playoffs. I think he'll be more than ready.
Yeah, I get your point. I just like 7-game series, man. Like last year, he wasn't double every play. That's what they're going to do. They're going to send a double team to Ant throughout the 7-game series.
See, that's where Mike Conley comes into play too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I get like the Clippers, for example, all right? The Clippers. This one thing I worry about the Clippers, if a Paul George is not there, Kawhi, when he gets double, he's not one of the best passers off the double team. And it really disrupts the offensive flow when Kawhi is getting double every single play. So Anthony Edwards getting double every single play, right? Passing off the double team. And on a 7-game series, like I said, by the third game, they know what you're going to do. So they know how the rotation is going to work and everything. So Anthony Edwards' passing ability is going to get tested this playoff. Let's just say that. It's going to get tested. So we're going to see. I'm curious. But like J-Mo said, Nas Reed got to step up.
Hey.
He's the X factor.
What's the ongoing debate in the R2L chat about Lil Wayne and Jay-Z? What Lil Wayne say, man? I don't care who at the top of the stairs. I'm stepping up. So that's what they need to do.
Let's get it.
Okay, Tomo.
Hey, man, I'm trying to add a little something, a little something here and there. Trying a little bit, man. Keep the people.
I agree with this too. Nas Reed got to step up as well.
He the X factor.
That's
He's
a
the
fact.
expert, man. So
Him and Nickel.
what? Him and who?
Nickel. Alexander, Nikhil.
Oh,
Alexander. That's Nickel,
okay,
man.
okay. I'm like, Joe, are you missing another
Nah.
movie
You good on
reference,
this
dog?
one.
What's going
You
on?
good on this
I'm like, hold up. I'm gonna make sure I get this one. All right, y'all. So let's go over these shows, man. This is the
We got,
network, man. This is
we got
the
14
network.
shows right there.
Huh?
I got you back. We got 14 shows right there.
What? Paid in full, man. Make sure y'all watch that movie. It's a classic. Talking about to make me go back and watch that, John. I watched Money Talks the other day. That's why that reference came up. Yesterday.
Victim mode.
But yeah, man. Here's the thing, y'all. This is a network. Refuse to Lose Sports is a network. It's not just a show. It is a show. You're watching it right now, but we are a network. We are growing too. All right, and we have a plethora of shows, different sports. First show we got is BWT, Baseball with Teddy. Man, baseball guru. All your baseball content through Refuse to Lose Sports goes through BWT. By the way, all these shows we're going to talk about, they all have their own YouTube channel. So if you want to search BWT, search Baseball with Teddy on YouTube and you will find it. Make sure you tune into that. All right. Then we have CTC, College Talking College. We have an episode coming out today from CTC, right? I believe. All right. Sorry, Carl, you're on. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Carl Talking College, this is all college sports talk, college football, college basketball. All right. So Carl covers a lot of games. He does poll talk every Monday when they update the polls. He just did an episode going over tournament predictions and all that stuff. So make sure y'all tune in to Carl's show, CTC. All right. Then we got FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. Episode will be dropping on Thursday. All right. That's confirmed on Thursday. He's back. Yes. And free agency is basically that day. I think Thursday is March 13th. So that's where free agency starts. So Coach's gonna have a lot to say, y'all.
That's Wednesday, Joe.
Yeah,
So free agency already gonna be ready. All right, he's gonna be in his bag. So make sure y'all tune in on Thursday. And with the Russell Wilson situation, I know he's gonna have a rant about that situation. So make sure y'all tune in to FFC this Thursday. Most likely it will be right after our show. So make sure y'all tune in to that. All right. Then we have RBO, Real Ballers Only with Vaughn, NBA Talk. All right. I'm not sure. I think he's doing an episode today, but usually he does an episode every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is straight NBA Talk. The cat situation is on right now, so I'm pretty sure he got a lot to say about that. So make sure y'all stay tuned for RBO, Real Ballers Only. Then we got In the Red Corner. All right. In the Red Corner with Fast Camp Tony, Ricky, and Ty. They actually went live yesterday on Instagram. Make sure you follow their Instagram too. RBO has an Instagram account also, and CTC has a Twitter account. So make sure y'all follow them. They did an Instagram live yesterday, just getting the people involved. If you want to be involved, come on their platform and talk to them. They threw it out there. They said, listen, if y'all disagree with anything we're saying, we're giving y'all the floor to come on challenges. All right, that's one thing about this network. We're confident about what we say, and we ain't ducking for no smoke. Right? So when he said that, I was like, bravo, let's get it, man. All right, so make sure y'all tune into them. They do a show every other Sunday. All right, some big fights coming up. Like we said, we're going to talk about one today. They actually should be doing the show this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure y'all tune into them. Then we got Dave Doghouse. All right, Dave did an episode. As you see, the man is sitting right here. Right, he did an episode 2 nights ago. Great episode. Make sure you gotta check that out. This show is basically for sports period. Like anybody that does bad in sports, or if you say the wrong, you're a commentator. If you're in the sports media, you're the janitor. I don't care who you are, right? You didn't sweep the floors and somebody broke the ankle, he gonna throw the guy who mops the floor in the doghouse. All right. So you don't do your job, right? Like shout out to Belichick, he's gonna throw you in the doghouse. But if you do your job and you do it excellent, you do a great job at it, you do it more different than others in a good way, he'll put you in the yard as a dog, DAWG. All right, so make sure you guys tune in.
Everybody do your job, okay?
There it is. Do your job. That's all he said. All right. So make sure y'all tune into that. It's once a week. All right, once a week. Like I said, he did the episode 2 days ago. All right, make sure you guys check that out. And then we got King's Talk with Joe Jordan. Listen, Trent touched my heart yesterday. All right, y'all in the chat, he touched my heart. So King's Talk will be back today. Me and Dave gonna rap a little bit after the show, but after that, it's gonna be live. All right, we're gonna be live today and just talk some King's Talk. So make sure y'all stay tuned today for King's Talk with Joe Jordan. And those are all your shows. Tomo, back to you.
Man, told y'all, man, we got a lot going on over here at the network, man. It's funny though, because when you click refuse to lose, you're like, man, this is a show. And then you click and you're like, man, they got shows on top of shows and shows on top of like stacks on stacks on stacks.
Shows on shows on shows.
There we go. You see the vision? You seen the vision?
I was on.
But somebody else can't see the vision. Petty.
Whoa.
Told you, man. I tried to tell you, man, something about this Boston team.
Whoa.
We got to see them prove it 2 times. Boston Big Nuggets, man.
Dang. Like that.
Because the Nuggets sweeping the Celtics mean anything? I mean, they played last night. This was the second time, they're in the West Coast, so they only played 2 games. So it's really a small sample size. But Jokic got his 20th triple-double to help the Nuggets beat the Celtics last night, 115-109, and they swept them. Got him out of there. Brooms. So that's one mop boy who don't got to worry about being in the doghouse because Nuggets showed up. But what does this sweep say? Does it mean anything, Dave?
I had a feeling you would ask me first. I don't know. I'm a little conflicted on this, simply because y'all know how I always say regular season don't matter to me for my team, and that's the Miami Heat. However, the Boston Celtics is a different story.
Okay.
I don't know what they need to do to be able to beat a team in the West. I think they're not. I honestly don't believe they're going to have much of any issues in the East, other than maybe playing against Milwaukee or Miami. That's just me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the West, there are a few teams I think they may not be ready for, and the Nuggets is one of those teams. The Nuggets just play the brand of basketball to where everybody's involved and anybody can step up at any single time.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Murray can go off. Jokic can go off. Aaron Gordon can go off. Michael Porter Jr. can go off.
Uh-oh.
The doorbell can go off.
We could be alley-oop.
Yeah, just alley-oop. I mean, throw it back.
Alley-oop like Jokic and Gordon last night.
So for this one, I'll kind of pick up where I think Dave was going with this one, because as soon as he said that, the Nuggets kind of remind me of them old Spurs teams where you got your foundation with your big 3, but I think it's a battle between Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon, who's that third in that big 3, because we already know Jamal Murray and Jokic. That's the solid foundation right there. And the brand of basketball in which they play is we're going to slow it down. We're not the fastest. We're not going to be the flashiest, but we are going to be efficient. And that's exactly how the Nuggets play. They're efficient. And when we talked about, remember the episode where we talked about it today, we was like, no, Joe, when we talked about who we're going to take, the Celtics or the field. And I kept saying, I'm going to take the field until the Celtics can prove to me that they can beat another team that's in the field. And I brought up the Nuggets being one of those teams in the field. And it seems like something about Boston when they play a team that actually doesn't create too many mistakes, they have to actually put up or shut up. And J-Mo said it earlier. This is one of Tatum's moments where you can prove that, hey, one, about the face of the league, it's not going to be too much on it. Mm-hmm. But also, this is an MVP moment. This is one of the best teams in the West. We got to show up and show out, because you showed up and showed out against the Warriors. But right now, the Warriors ain't a top 3 team in the West. We know it's a grudge match because they beat y'all in the finals, but it's not a top 3 team in the West. Go beat the top 3 team in the West, and then we're going to look at it a little different. You could beat up on the Pistons, the Wizards, and possibly the Heat every now and then, but everyone says it. It's like, okay, you could beat us in the regular season, but can you beat the Heat when it counts? Mm-hmm. A lot of people, man, it's hard when it get hot outside. It's easy to stay cold, but when it get hot and that sweat, and you got to be like, whew, you turn into Nelly, and you want to take everything off, then you might get embarrassed once you take all them clothes off. So that's what it's looking like. Dave, I'm going to let you finish, but for me, I don't think it means anything as far as for the regular season, but it does have a psychological advantage over them, where it's like, man, you have to beat this team.
Yeah, that's kind of sort of what I was alluding to. And I don't. So let me fix my statement. I don't know if it's any other team other than the Nuggets that the Celtics might have issues with. I think they'll be fine if they play Minnesota or if they play OKC. For one, they got much more experience than they do. So I think they'll be prepared for either one of those teams. Now, the Nuggets, like I said, the Nuggets is the one team that I feel like just they're just so well rounded, no matter who it is. And with last year, they weren't known as a defensive team. Well, when it came to the playoffs, they were one of the top defensive teams in the playoffs. So that's a team that could just turn the switch on no matter what. And one thing about the Celtics is, are they going to turn the switch on? That's the question that we have about them. Are they going to turn the switch on? Is that going to happen? Now, when they went to the finals 2 years ago, they were the number 2 seed. It's not as if that came out of nowhere. They were number 2 seed. Miami was not expected to be number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
And that game went to game 7 and they won. But then when they got to the time that it counted, when they needed to step up the most, it didn't happen in the finals. Last year, they were the number 1 seed or number 2 seed and going against the 8th seed, and they just didn't step up when it mattered the most. There's no reason why you should have been down 3-0 to the 8th seed in the East. No matter if it is Miami, no matter who it was, you shouldn't have been down 3-0. And now they have one of the best records that we've at this point in NBA history. You know, they pretty much match what the Celtics did in 2008, and we know that 2008 team actually went and won the finals. So this looks like the team that can go win the finals. But games like that, it's just when your best players need to step up the most. And there's been times where we see Tatum or Brown don't play up to par against the top team. And that can't happen. When you want to win the championship, your best players need to step up when it matters the most.
Mm-hmm.
And especially against the best teams in the league. Like, it has to happen every single time. And not even that they have to put up 35 every single time, but they got to be involved in the game to where they're not the reason why they lose. And that just can't happen for a team like the Celtics, who have the best record in the NBA, have had it pretty much all season long. And, now they're on a 2-game losing streak. I mean, it's just 2 games, but these 2 games I feel like matter because it's against a top team in the East, the Cavaliers, when you were up by 20, and then against a Nuggets team who just won the championship last year. So these are just times where the Celtics need to show we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see that moment. I really don't. I really wish they just hold all these things down, but I want to see that moment to where I'm like, okay, that clarifies that I think they're going to win the title this year.
In 08, we was different, Lord. Go ahead, Joe.
I think we're over exaggerating on what happened last night. The Nuggets did beat them twice. First of all, this is good for the Nuggets because obviously the Patriots, the Celtics. All right, Teddy Wish, right? The Celtics, they have been the favorites all year. Like, they are the best team in the league. Like, Nuggets fresh off a championship, and people still like, man, the Celtics, if they play their game, they should beat anybody. That's what everybody's saying. So the Nuggets sweeping them this year is telling themselves, like, yo, no matter what the records fall at, like, we're the best team, So this helps the Nuggets. Now, would I say last night's game, it was Jaylen Brown game. All right, Jaylen Brown had it going on. He was hot. Tatum, he was getting good looks. He just wasn't finishing. He was missing layups. And it was just an off game, But Jaylen Brown, the person that didn't play good to me, it wasn't really Tatum. I wouldn't say Tatum. It was Porzingis. All right. Porzingis is the X factor. And Porzingis yesterday was 9 for 23 and 3 from 10 from the 3-point line. But he was missing shots that we routinely see him make. Like, they'll create the mismatch in the high post. He'll shoot over the small defender and miss. But what that game was yesterday was a very physical game. Like, shout out to referees. Referees created a playoff atmosphere. They let them play, and they were physical with Porzingis. Every time he caught the ball in that high post, they had hands on him. And I would say it bothered Porzingis. It did. It really bothered Porzingis. So I think Porzingis more so had a bad game. Now I know we expect more for Tatum, but like it wasn't like Tatum was getting like I watched him and said, man, he's getting out physical. It was just an all game for Tatum to me. That's when I watched it. And Jaylen Brown was on. Porzingis looked bothered, if anything, to me. He looked bothered with the physicality. Even Jamal Murray, you look at Jamal Murray, it looked like he had a great game. Him and Tatum games were kind of similar. He only had 19 points, but it felt like Murray had 30 because the type of buckets he was getting, like he was getting buckets, and the type he was making runs by himself. But Jokic, man, with the Celtics struggle yesterday, is their all-ball defense. On ball, they got great defenders. Derek White, Jrue Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Tatum. They got some good on-ball defenders. Man, when the Nuggets start going through the actions, man, alley-oop, you get an alley-oop. You get an Eric Gordon with his feasting. Jokic just throwing that joint up, and Eric Gordon right there. Like, it was Lob City in the fourth quarter. So they struggled with that with the Nuggets. Like you said, the beautiful ball moving with the Nuggets. No, you said it, Tomo. You compared them to the Spurs.
Yeah.
The beautiful ball movement with the Nuggets, man, it bothered them. And Jokic, when they double Jokic, they didn't really double Jokic. They like, I hate this, man. As a basketball fan, when you post a double team, be disruptive. They just run up to Jokic. Like, bro, be disruptive when you run up there. Like, so they did a terrible job double teaming Jokic. Jaylen Brown and Jrue Holiday. They did a terrible job doubling Jokic. So, but 7-game series, man. That their offense is more fluent because the Celtics is more a lot of one-on-one pick and roll. So, yeah,
and
means something.
In the first game, it was like 100 to 102, and then this game it was 109 to 115. So those are the kind of games that, like I said, the psychological advantage, because it's like maybe if we tweak something here or if we tweak it there, then we'll be okay. But then those are the games that have you up all night because you're thinking like, what can we change to actually beat this team? Versus saying like you get blown out like you did the Warriors. You're like, well, if we just play better, maybe we'll be okay. So I don't know. And then what you say about the off-ball defense is just some things that has to change about this team. But do you forget about that while you're going up against the Miami Heat, who has your number? Do you forget about that when you're going up against the Bucks, and then you make it to the finals and you're like, oh man, here we go with this team again.
But that's the issue with Miami. Miami turns into the Spurs offensively. Like in the playoffs, like their ball movement and like they have beautiful offensive basketball. That's why they can insert guys, right? Like we had like Caleb
Martin, Jaime Jaquez, all those guys.
Doesn't
matter
last year.
Max Struss,
Max Struss, and Gabe Vincent.
They can insert guys like that, and then if they know the system, like their offense is beautiful. It is, and like. The Nuggets, they have a beautiful offense that's like J-Mo said, they got a plan A, plan B, plan C. You know why? Because there are a lot of actions. There's actions going on up top, actions going on like under the basket. There's so much going on. And one mistake off ball, somebody's wide open. So, and then if that don't work, shot clock going down, give it to Jamal Murray, and he can just go to work. That's it's like, or give it to Jokic in the high post, and they're going to double because they're not going to play Jokic one-on-one. They're going to double Jokic. It's going to open up a lane for somebody. Like these guys are in sync. So that when the Celtics, everything is pick and roll one-on-one. Literally, like everything is pick and roll one-on-one. And create a mismatch. That's what the Celtics try to do. They try to get more zingers in the mismatch in the high post, right? They create a one-on-one situation with Jaylen Brown in the pick and roll with the mismatch. Same thing with Tatum. That's all they do. You know, when the Nuggets can do that, and they have a more fluent offense. So, and the physicality with Miami against the Celtics, they are physical with the Celtics. The Nuggets showed that yesterday. They were so physical yesterday.
So what you're saying the Nuggets is about the plan A, B, and C. They create the mismatch for the off-ball mismatch.
Yeah, for real. Mm-hmm. Like the Spurs, like you said, like the Spurs. Man. Or the Warriors. Mm-hmm. Or the Kings.
We just had to throw that in there, huh?
Light the beam, by the way. Shout out to the Spurs. Without Wemby, went down to the wire. Told y'all, bro, we play these bad teams, bro. We just it went down to the wire.
We need one. We need one. Come on, Wizards. We just need one. We just need one.
Don't lose this one, please.
If the Pistons can do it, we can do it, man. Shout out to Cave.
And they did it in Sacramento too, the Pistons. to beat it at home.
Mm-hmm.
We are good on the road, Tomo. On the road,
That's the one I know. The last time y'all played us, and they kept doing that zone.
yeah.
But
Even at home, we got played us last time. It was a close game.
good on the road as long as it's not Miami.
And y'all know what Miami doing. They put the curfews up for spring break.
Y'all caught us in the slump, though. Y'all was in the slump, too. Y'all was in the slump game losing streak.
Exactly.
Y'all was desperate. That's how it's like. Miami, hey.
Facts.
You know.
Tell them about these chats, Dave.
Man, as Joe said, if you want to know what meme he was talking about earlier, you got to get with that.
Wait,
So, if you're watching now and you see that comment section right there, put member under there. We will contact you personally and show you how to become a member. But we have chats that are on Instagram for all the sports that we pretty much cover. And it's only one that needs to be added on this thing, and that's soccer. That's probably the only one we haven't covered on the show yet. But I do cover it on Dave's Doghouse. If you don't know who Erling Haaland is, then you might need to watch Man City, who just won the cup yesterday, by the way. So these chats, we pretty much give you all the latest news here first. We have debates in there. We have topics that
Russ on a plane now to go to Pittsburgh.
That means Russ is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. So, Vaughn, you didn't think you was going to get a new quarterback, but you do now. So these chats, we pretty much, as you see, Tomo giving breaking news, Tomo Shefty. That's some of the stuff that we do in all the chats. And we actually have some people that post the news it themselves, especially in like the baseball chat. We have Jovan and Teddy that sometimes puts out the news themselves. And the combat chat with boxing, UFC, and wrestling, you got Fast Camp Tony and Ty that post out the news in that chat. There are debates that happen in these chats, no matter what it is. In the NBA, when Cat went down, it was like a trickle effect of everybody just commenting, wow, dang, messed up.
Yeah.
JMO in the comments said that he was going to pick the Wolves to come out the West, but now Cat is out, so he's not even sure about that. This is the kind of stuff that goes on in these chats. The chats are a luxury because you don't get this pretty much anywhere else, to where people are posting all the news before you get the alert on ESPN or Bleacher Report.
I mean, you got it live on the show with Russ.
Exactly. And you probably haven't even, my phone hasn't rung yet saying anything about Russ going there, except for what it just did. Bleacher Report just put it like a minute ago.
Tom was on it.
So
know he's on the plane. They got service on the plane, Tom. God, they texting you on the plane.
Hey, all I'm saying is, if the Commanders can get a text from an offensive coordinator, I can get one too, man. That's all I'm saying.
So these chats are NBA and WNBA mixed in together, of course. We got the NFL chat. We have Major League Baseball, like I said. We got college sports, college football, which is by itself. Then we got college basketball, men and women. And then the combat chat, which is boxing, UFC, and wrestling. We mostly cover boxing and UFC. We have not really touched on wrestling that much, but just tune into Dave's Doghouse. You might find a little something about wrestling in there. And then of course the soccer chat that I talked about as well. We definitely have that as well. But yeah, man, those are the chats. But you won't know about these chats if you aren't a member. So become a member.
I see it right there, man. Click the link.
Get it.
Man, that was funny.
Yeah, that was a good one, Tom. I ain't gonna lie.
Good Russ, man. So we gonna shake some things up here, man. Y'all know we normally talk about the most generalized things. Not even generalized, because we actually peel back layers on this show. We talk about things that your national media won't talk about, and we tap on things that we just feel like, hey, it's gonna be a good conversation. Like Iverson and Steph. Like we just do things like that. But we're gonna do something a little different here. We're gonna shake it up because we got a big fight happening tonight. We got to talk about these Friday night fights. It happens a lot on ESPN. Sometimes those are for the lower class belts. Sometimes you may catch your core on one of these cards. But no, the Zone said, hey, we're gonna get Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou.
Nganno.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Nganno.
There we go. Ngannou. There you go. Because with these boxers, man, you gotta go back to school. I'm telling you, these names. I just would go back to nicknames because but I think Francis is a UFC fighter, right?
Yeah, he is.
And he had his first fight with my boy
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury. Yeah, and I think he got cheated in that fight. Some people would say, I think Francis won that one. But hey,
he got the knockdown. And if you look at who was hurt afterwards, it was Tyson Fury, not Francis Ngannou. But if you watch the fight and you see who landed the hits, then Tyson won.
Yeah, it's something about boxing, man. You got to watch it because if you look at it, you'll think that Francis was doing his thing. But when UFC fighters get in the ring with actual boxers, there's a science to it. It's a mad science to it. But we got to talk about who's going to win. Like I said, the fight is tonight. If you want to watch it, it is on the Zone. I'm not promoting anything else outside of that. You can go do your research that far. I'm telling y'all where it's at and how to watch it. Now we got to talk about who's going to win. Whew. Man, this is gonna be a tough one because last time I seen Anthony Joshua, he was running away from the Bronx Bomber. But then he linked up with Derek James and was like, "Yeah, let me get some training in." And if you don't know how I feel about Derek James, I'll tell you about him right now. Derek James, he once was trainer of the year, but it's a mad climb to the top because he's trying to get back after that Spence fight, after the Frank Martin fight. After what Ryan Garcia is doing on social media, hey Derek, it's just a bad 2 years, man. Hopefully Ryan Garcia can show us something when he fight Haney, because that's a whole nother can of worms. We'll let you go to in the red corner and they'll tell you a little bit more about that. But who I got winning? Fast Cam gonna kill me because it's a UFC guy, but I think Francis is gonna put a little bit of hurting on this boy, man. I think Francis gonna put some hurting on him because if you look at it, like we said, who was hurting after that last fight? It was Tyson Fury, and he definitely got a knockdown. And Anthony Joshua may go into this fight thinking that, hey, I'm a little bit better than Tyson Fury, and I'm not gonna respect my opponent like you really need to. And it's just something about that strength and that mindset of a UFC fighter where it's like I can't kick, but I'm not gonna go down. So I think Francis is gonna take this one.
All right, I'll go. I'm gonna go with Anthony Joshua. All right, and this is why. So in Ngannou, when he fought Tyson Fury, there's pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages for both parties, right? Advantages for Tyson Fury, he is a boxer. This is his comfort zone. He's the expert. I mean, probably the best in his class. We can all probably say that. Probably the best heavyweight. All right, probably. But Ngannou, he has no tape. There's no tape on him on boxing. That was his first fight. Like, so literally, like Tyson Fury, when he's studying Ngannou, is off his UFC fights. Like, he don't know what to expect right here. So now there's tape on him. And now when I watched that fight, Ngannou, he wasn't like your typical UFC fighter trying to be super aggressive. He was very patient. He has strength. He has power. As you can see, he knocked down Tyson Fury early. But Tyson Fury put on the boxing clean after that, though. Like, he started getting more aggressive, and I think Tyson Fury won that. But he's gonna get better from that. He got a fight under his belt. But now we also have tape for Ngannou. Anthony Joshua is also a professional boxer, a heavyweight champion boxer, right? So I'm gonna pick Anthony Joshua because I think that him being a boxer is gonna overflow throughout the fight as long as Ngannou don't drop him. That's the only thing, cause I mean we all saw Anthony Joshua lose a fight, getting knocked out. So that's always possible because that did happen from an undersized boxer also. So, but I'm gonna go with Anthony Joshua. If I had to put my money on it, all right, obviously I go back to that. If I had to put my money on it, I'm gonna go with Anthony Joshua just because he's the boxer. He's the most experienced boxer. The only way Ngannou's gonna win this fight is if he knock him out, which can happen, but I don't see that happening. So I'm picking Anthony Joshua.
Well, if you didn't tune into In the Red Corner live last night, then you may not know how they felt about this. So I kind of go off the guys who know more than me. I think this fight is going to be more even than the fight before with Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Simply because Anthony Joshua, I don't think he has as much power as Tyson Fury does. I think he is more, and I would say he's more of a boxer than Tyson Fury is, but
For real?
I think, yeah. Well, as far as footwork and everything else, I think Anthony Joshua has a little bit more footwork than
Dang,
than
that's
Tyson
crazy.
Fury. But
We'll talk about it after this.
I think some reason I think Francis Ngannou wins this fight.
Come on over.
I don't know what it is, but something. I don't know. Because Joe, I hear you when you say that there's tape on him now, and that gives Joshua an advantage. But we don't know what he's fixed since then. We got to remember who trained Francis Ngannou, who also has a fight coming up on Netflix against Jake Paul, and that's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was an undersized heavyweight, and what he would do was knock out the guys bigger than him. That's what he did all the time. The only thing is Mike grew up boxing.
That's about to say he's a boxer.
Mike grew up boxing.
Weaving skills on 1,000.
Yeah, it is. Now, I don't know. I don't think Francis has those skills to be able to bob and weave and stuff like that. But I just feel like he's so freaking strong. He's going to be able to take a couple of those hits and be able to land something that Joshua might not be able to deal with. That's just how I see it going.
Yeah, and when we talk about footwork and all that, Joe, like back when Deontay Wilder was looking to fight Anthony Joshua, a lot of people were saying like you might want to relax because Anthony Joshua is the actual boxer. And when you think of Deontay Wilder, he was a brawler. He just looking for the knockout. Like I always said it when I went the early fandom and I watched a couple fights. I was like, if he fight an actual boxer, he's going to lose. And then he fought Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury gave you just a sample size. So imagine what Anthony Joshua with some Tyson Fury-esque power would have did to Deontay Wilder.
It would that fight would have been over quick.
It would have got ugly.
I feel like Tyson Fury is an elite boxer.
Elite? He's up there. I'm not gonna disrespect him.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a terrible boxer, but I'm talking about
take it to in the red corner.
I'm talking about looking at if you look at his footwork and everything, Anthony Joshua's footwork is better.
Yeah, he's a top tier heavyweight.
Yes, for sure.
When I look at I'm not the huge boxing expert for the fans out there watching. I don't want y'all to make comments and say this man don't know what he's talking about. Listen, from what I saw with my two eyes, all right, I watched Anthony Joshua and I watched Tyson Fury, all right. And what I see when Tyson Fury, he's
a fan that showed up.
I see. When I watch Tyson Fury, I see I don't see power. I see technique. I see a boxer. That's what I see. That's his advantage. It's not his power. His advantage is he's a legit boxer. That's why when he fought Deontay Wilder, it was such a mismatch because Tyson Fury is an elite boxer while that's Anthony Wilder. Deontay Wilder, he's far from a boxer. He's more like a triple G.
Far from a boxer.
It was a boxing clinic. Because
Joe,
but Joshua has been.
You can look like an elite
career.
Yeah, and you can look like an elite boxer to someone who isn't elite. So him going up against Deontay Wilder, he's going to look like that.
Yeah, when he fought Klitschko, I saw that fight too. I ain't see that fight. I see that fight. I watched that live, matter of fact. It was like
that was a good one too.
Joe, you got me feeling like bro from Coming to America when you did that. We was like, what about Joe Louis? You're right. You're right.
But the only reason why I'm not saying that there's a big difference between Joshua's boxing skills and Tyson Fury's boxing skills. I just think Joshua's footwork is just a little bit better. That's it.
About to have me in the film room.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Joe. Look, I'm not an expert either. It's just what I've seen from Tyson Fury and from both of them. Like I watched their big fights, even some of their non-big fights, and it looks like just when you look at how they move around the ring, it's just that it seems like Joshua moves around a little bit more fluidly. That's just what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. Tyson is man.
All right, so go watch Lomachenko versus Haney, because a lot of people like, or go watch one of Shakur fights too. Shakur got great footwork.
Shakur, yeah.
He got great
Joshua
footwork.
has that kind of a footwork.
Yeah,
Shakur is a box. Yeah, Shakur is like that. Yeah.
Anthony Joshua as a heavyweight has that kind of a footwork. That's what thank you, Tom, for helping me out. Because I was trying to figure out how to explain it, but it's pretty much just like that.
And Joe, what you were saying about if they are in the comments saying we don't know nothing about boxing, but that's what makes boxing such a great sport, because you can literally just watch it with your own two eyes and come up with something, and then you'll sit down with a trainer and they'll be like, well, you're halfway there. And let me explain it like that. And that's what they do in the red corner. Because me, myself, I'm just an average fan who's like, nah, I seen him fight him and I seen him fight him. Nah. And then they'll be like, all right, but this is where we're going to get you at. So those two fights, this is why he won this one, or this is why they break it down that way. So yeah, nah.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, we're going to bring this to the boxing chat.
Man, nah, it's definitely going to start something.
All right, let's let these people let these people know how they can get to that boxing chart.
Oh, we definitely are. You want to answer that right quick, Dave?
Yeah. So no, it's not. It's not the difference between the two. Fury is more. He's more of a tactician than Joshua is. Like, the footwork helps Joshua out, but Fury is just a beast. And that's one thing I can say.
Oh, pay that man. Pay that man. It's a super chat, y'all. Somebody read it.
Hey, you got the backup, man. Go ahead. That's your backup right there.
Hey, my man right there. I feel y'all, but Joshua way too flat-footed. I hate to say, but Fury moves a lot better than Joshua and most other heavyweights out here. Big and goofy, but his movement is efficient. I'm telling y'all, man, I watch him play. You look at him, you be like, how is this dude moving like this? The world, this dude is like that's why I think he's the best heavyweight boxer out here. Like far as boxing,
I agree. I think he's the best heavyweight. I think he's the best.
I'm not talking about like just like overall. I'm talking about like his skill set. Like that's the only way I say.
I'm simply talking about footwork. I'm not talking about everything else. I think his skill set is a lot better than Joshua overall.
But when y'all mentioned that his power, I'm like, Tyson Fury don't have power. He's not a power type boxer to me. I feel like he's more of a
power.
12 round. Yeah, he's a heavyweight. I feel like all heavyweights got power, but he's more of a 12 round.
He made Wilder sleep.
Have some power.
He made Wilder sleep.
Difference between some power and power.
But he hit Wilder in the weird spot though. Like, but like Tyson Fury to me is more of a let's get this fight to the cards type fighter. You know what I mean? Let's get to the scorecard. Like he's gonna outbox you.
Yeah,
you know. So
that's true. That is true. Like,
hey, chill out.
I mean,
what are you talking about? Hold on.
Yeah. It's a little bit of that too, but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
But there's a difference between power and power. I'm trying to think of the last fight with
whatever cocaine he got, he need to give to Ryan Garcia because that boy can't focus.
No. He don't need no more. He don't need no more. No more. Whatever they gave, he don't need no more. I ain't never seen him promote a fight like this. I ain't never seen him go this far. This is crazy.
What you about to say, Tomo? You about to say
something? I was like, I'm trying to think of who Jared Anderson was fighting. He was fighting a long-term vet, and he couldn't put him down. And Jared Anderson has a little bit of power too, and he could not put this man down. I'm talking about like punches where the other boxer was like, man, he was staggering, but still sticking in it. But that's probably because of his warrior spirit. But that's also a little bit of that difference between power and power.
I got
like,
you.
When Tank put people down, you going down.
Yeah, basically that knockout power, basically.
Yeah.
So, but we're gonna. This was fun. more coming, y'all. More coming.
Yeah. No. In the red corner, man. Y'all might have some competition now. Joe don't start watching fights, man. It's about to get real over here.
All right. Go ahead.
What y'all think about a season Jared Anderson versus? I still got Fury on that one, man. Hold on. Let's tell the people how to join the chats right quick, man. Let's do that. Okay. Let's get the business out the way right quick.
I mean, my pay rate. He said, what?
I got Fury in that fight.
I'm going Fury too, though.
I don't know. I can't give you an answer with that right now. I gotta watch more Jared Anderson.
Yeah, and that's cousin from a distant mother. You know, the Andersons, man. But I don't know right now. I gotta make sure he focused on boxing. He was already talking about retiring after like the second fight. Like he thinking of retirement too early.
All right.
Look, my man got questions.
Hold on, man. Look, become a member because you're not in the boxing chat. Become a member. It's only $2.99. $2.99 becoming a boxing chat. We can have this conversation.
There you go. Look, $2.99. Come in the boxing chat and we're gonna turn up. We got voice memos and everything, man. That's the pro level. You get loyalty badges next to your name and comments and live chats. You're a part of the conversation now, man. You're a part of the conversation. You get priority comments and you join one chat. We got the boxing chat. It's on Instagram. I think we're gonna expand at some point because the network is growing every day, especially with the new moves that everybody's making. So yeah, definitely. And then you bump it up to the All-Star membership.
Send them the link, Tomo. Make sure you send them the link.
Well,
I'm gonna do it as soon as the promo done. The link is done. There you go. Hey, be prepared, bro. I'm texting you right now. So you got the All-Star level for $4.99 a month. You know, you get the same perks from the pro level, but you get member-only videos. That's where you get the explicit content. You know, like these boxing episodes, they can get a little explicit. So that's why we try to keep it PG-13 here. Not even we go PG because we want to keep we want to stay monetized. So you got to be PG to keep the money flowing in. You get to join multiple chats, and then you get to request a topic or segment nominee. So kind of like the question that just popped up there: season Jared Anderson versus a Fury. Hey Ty, I know you watched the show. There you go. We just gave y'all another question to talk about. And for segments, you got your done son, like Golden Boy Promotions. Then you got you got your not so average top five. We'll be talking about your top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Troy Aikman. Then you got who's in the doghouse. Stephen Jones. Those are the things you can just throw out there for those segments. And then if you jump it up to the superstar level for $9.99 a month, you get the same perks from the all-star level and the pro level. Don't mind to say he do that.
Hey, that scene was so funny, bro. He was moving like a mug.
Hey, that's what he was doing with that's what he was doing against Deontay, and it worked.
Jumped in the air and everything. He was wild.
But with the superstar level for $9.99, you get to join the R2L chat. You get to be a guest on the show, so you can come on the platform and then defend some of the comments that you had to say about some of these topics or segment nominees. And you get awards and plaques, and that's based upon the episode that you do. So the numbers speak for themselves. So if you come on here, you get the numbers, you get an award. If you come on here, you don't do the numbers, come back and do another episode so you can get those numbers. We let the people talk. We don't do the voting in the house. We let the people talk for us. And you get member shout outs. So shout out to all the members. We got Tone, we got Darnell, the big three, Joe, Dave, myself, and then we got Coach Coombs, we got Teddy, and we got Big O. But Coach and Teddy, they both got shows. We told y'all about them shows. So make sure y'all tap into those too, BWT and FFC. And let's get up out of here, fellas. I knew that boxing episode was going to rile the people up.
That Me, Myself, and Irene, that was funny, man. I forgot about that movie.
Man.
All right. Yeah, that was funny. But let's get out of here, like Tomo said. Great show, fellas. It's Friday. Okay. Before traveling, here's some news. Before traveling to Pittsburgh today, Russell Wilson stopped in New Jersey for what one source described as an exploratory meeting with the Giants. Okay.
Oh,
never had anything from the East.
You might be in the East.
Okay. That's actually a good move for the Giants, though.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I don't think nobody thought about the Giants when it came to Russell Wilson. That's crazy.
Well, I told y'all why I don't tell about players going to teams no more, because every time I pick a perfect destination, they go somewhere else. So
there you go. That's why I'm glad you held your horses when you mentioned us with Russell Wilson.
Hey, it might happen just because I said it. Just because I said that.
Yeah, that's good. For
perfect place the Steelers. They might keep Saquon now.
I like the Steelers too, man, but they believe in Kenny Pickett. But So shout out to the Sacramento Kings, beat the Wimby-less Spurs down by 3 with like Malik pulls the 3 to tie the game. They come down, Sabonis gets a steal and get a dunk to win the game. Fox got fouled out too. First time he got fouled out all year. It's crazy. He had 33, another 30-point game back to back. Shout out to the Lakers too. And Harris said swipe season like the bank. King's Talk will be after the show. It's like about 30 minutes. Me and Dave gonna rap a little bit, and we're gonna go live for the King's Talk. And oh snap!
Okay. He on the outside, see?
He making everybody feel good today.
Hey, Fast Camp, man. Fast Camp gonna see this and be like, man, y'all don't know nothing about boxing.
No,
like
he can't say that because he said you can't say that.
That's why I said that. It's on the live.
If you know, you know. All right.
Oh,
But hey, the network is going, y'all, and we haven't even scratched the surface. I feel like the full potential hasn't been shown yet, and it's going to get to a new level. All right, as you see, we added a boxing topic today. You know, like I feel like R2L is the measure. Like we set the tone. We were here first, so if we do our part, everybody else will follow suit. You know, and I feel like everyone's doing well in their own right, but I feel like we about to from the Wild Boys, about to explode. All right, he about to go crazy. All right,
like
so
08 Celtics, Lord.
Yeah, the 08, yeah, but we're not just getting one championship. We want to create a dynasty. All right, maybe the old Celtics.
Not 2, not 3. All right.
See, whenever you say things, man, don't.
I'm just trying to get a statue outside the arena, man.
My bad. All right, go ahead. That was my last. Shout out to the whole network. Shout out to the whole R2L fan.
Oh man,
that was a good one.
See, y'all gotta be in the chat to understand these jokes he's saying, y'all.
Yeah, you definitely do. Because as soon as he said a statue, I knew exactly what he was talking about. But nah, man. Definitely, I'm gonna make this promise.
Okay.
To the show.
Y'all
whenever I'm available, I'm gonna bring a topic that others aren't talking about. Whether it's college, baseball,
let's get it.
Soccer, I'm going to bring it to the show.
Let's get it.
Because we have to talk about it more. I feel like, and this is no slight against anybody on any show, but I feel like there are topics that aren't being talked about that can create a lot for more of the network. And some of this stuff is just being missed. And I feel like I'm not doing my job and not talking about these things because I am an expert in some of this stuff. So we're going to bring it back to the show.
Dave just pulled a Jerry Jones.
Oh, you talking about our shows? Okay. I think he's on the main show.
No, he's talking about in period. He's talking about period. But he just pulled a Jerry Jones. He putting the pressure on everybody.
Let's get it, man. That's
Don't tap on the glass while I'm working out. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, I'll let you know right now, we got the right guys in the locker room over here. We're going to respond to what they said.
That is true. I'm telling y'all, look, I already know one group going to respond instantly. As soon as they see that boxing segment, they going to turn up. I already know.
We got to the boxing segment?
Footwork.
And didn't invite us.
I know, right?
Footwork?
So look, yeah. I want to hear what they got to say about that, though. But go ahead, talk about.
Nah, that's going to be good.
Chat, we go.
Nah, actually, I don't even want to say nothing because what Dave said set the precedent. And I'm just gonna let that marinate. Thanks everybody for commenting.
Let's get it, man. All right, that's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all Monday or in the chats. See y'all next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.